Welcome to Lee Dickey TV. Hit subscribe to follow along with the fun. Now let's get on to today's video. Tom Hanks is Finch. I review the trailer for the upcoming movie next. So Tom Hanks stars as Finch, this man who lives in this post-apocalyptic version of Earth because of some sort of catastrophe, and thus he is one of the only people left on his side of, I guess, the world or Earth or what have you. And he finds this sort of half-finished robot in like a warehouse of sorts. He's got his loyal dog. So he finishes building this robot, programs it, and it just sort of comes to life. This movie, honestly, from watching the trailer, it kind of reminds me of a previous Hanks film, Cast Away, except it's a dog and a robot instead of a volleyball. Wilson, you don't get one of those. But so he finishes building this robot, programs it, and then sort of just goes on this adventure to find people. But it's very like Castaway-ish. It's very sort of with the dog in there. Can I say I Am Legend? But it's Castaway meets like I Am Legend meets sort of Number 5. You know, if anybody remembers that from back in the day, it just kind of throws all those together and, you know, creates one giant sort of cinematic feast, if you will. I mean, it's Tom Hanks, and he's such a likable guy in his interviews. I've never met the man in real life. I'd love to, but he seems like such a likable guy in his interviews, and he's a great actor. So it's Tom Hanks, who, of course, Forrest Gump, The Green Mile, Captain Phillips. Like he's had a career that's a mile long. But, you know, dog, robot, post-apocalyptic world. Let's teach this robot to basically speak, walk, and learn to interact with other living beings. There's a scene in the trailer where the dog sort of growls at this robot, and Tom Hanks is Finch. He just goes, "What's wrong?" "I've learned to speak dog, and I don't think it likes me very much." And there was a bit of a smirk that came across my face, right? And I thought, oh, that's cool, you know, and it's Tom Hanks sort of imparting wisdom and teaching lessons to this robot. Like, you're gonna interact with people, you're gonna experience love and emotions and things like that. And towards the end of the trailer, it was basically like, as soon as we get over those mountains, we're gonna find people, we're gonna find love, we're gonna find like civilization. And I thought it was cool, but it's basically like run and gun, feel-good family flick meets a bit of comedy. I don't want to call it a typical Tom Hanks film, but it reminds me a bit of, like, you know, Number 5 because of the robot, I Am Legend because the dog's in there, and then you've got an older Tom Hanks film with Castaway because it's a dog, a robot, and post-apocalyptic world. Tom Hanks is on his own. There's just no Wilson volleyball involved. I just thought, like, this is just a cool premise. The movie itself is scheduled to come out November 5th on Apple TV. I think that's their streaming service. But this trailer looks good. I will link it in the cards and description for you all to enjoy. But, you know, I love the trailer. I mean, I love Tom Hanks. He's one of my favorite actors. So, like, why not? Forrest Gump, Castaway, The Green Mile. You know, give me your hands, balls. Or just, what do I tell him? You tell him that you were just doing your job. Like, The Green Mile is one of my favorite films. Forrest Gump, like I said, Catch Me If You Can, right? Like, it's Tom Hanks. He's been in everything. The Terminal. It's amazing, right? Tom Hanks is, again, like this likable guy who makes these great movies and just makes awesome career decisions when it comes to the movies that he's in, right? Like, as I've said, I've rattled off some of his filmography, but it's sort of this new movie Finch that's coming out in November. Dog, robot, Tom Hanks, post-apocalyptic world, teaching the robot basically how to navigate the world, like navigate everyday life, because it's, you know, Tom Hanks has apparently given it the free will to kind of think on its own, right? And experience emotions and love and other humanly traits. And it's awesome. It's like a family film with a comedy and an action film all thrown together. Like, it's the best of everything. And I can't wait until it comes out in November, because I can't wait to watch it. I love Tom Hanks, and this looks like it could be no exception. But there are my thoughts on Finch, the trailer. I'll link it in the show notes and description for you all to enjoy. Well, this wraps up another video. That was my review on Finch, the trailer for Finch, the new movie starring Tom Hanks that is set to be released by Apple TV in November. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please do comment, like, share, and subscribe. Find this in audio form as an episode of the Beats and Speaks podcast. You can subscribe to all my podcasts, Pinfall, a pro wrestling podcast, like I mentioned, the Beats and Speaks podcast, and Yo Nostalgia, links down in the description. Leave us 5-star ratings and reviews too, if you would. Please and thank you. Follow along on social media at Lee T. Dickey on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, at Lee Dickey TV on TikTok. Everything is listed and linked in the description for you all. Thank you all again for tuning in to Lee Dickey TV. Please do comment, like, share, and subscribe right here to Lee Dickey TV, the YouTube channel. More videos just like this every single week. Thanks again for tuning in. I have been Lee Dickey, and I am signing off. Take care. We will talk to you later. Peace. Thanks for tuning in to Lee Dickey TV. New episodes are available every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Subscribe to follow along with the fun.